Hey, what up you guys, John's Moto Garage, welcome back to the channel. I've done a handful of videos about the FZ-09 and even the XSR 700, and one of the things I've always said is I do not recommend this for beginners. It's like a death trap, crazy motorcycle, and honestly, the longer I have this and the more I ride it, my mind is actually changing a little bit. And I'm sure part of that has to do with the fact that I'm getting more comfortable on the motorcycle, but I've also come to realize where there was kind of an error in my thought process, and so I'm going to talk a little bit about that. I do still think this is definitely a bike more for like intermediate to advanced riders, but I don't think it's just as crazy, gnarly, stupid as I did before. So obviously any motorcycle for anybody can be dangerous. If you don't know your limits, if you push yourself, you can get yourself into trouble, whether it be a 250 or a freaking crazy inline 3 like this. One thing I realized with this bike, the reason I thought it was just so gnarly and highly unrecommended, or really did not recommend it, is because it's got a super twitchy throttle, a ton of torque, and it's just a fast, powerful motorcycle. But something changed my mind. Over the course of having this bike, I've heard a lot of people tell me about how they started out with it and did fine, no problems at all. I also had my dad take it for a spin, and he grew up riding but hasn't ridden in a super long time, and I thought he would jump on this bike and just be like, holy crap, that was too much. And I told him, be careful with the throttle because it's a powerful bike. When he got back after the short ride, he actually told me he had a total blast on it. I was like, no kidding, like even with the crazy throttle and everything, he's like, oh, I loved it, it was such a fun bike. Yeah, it's super powerful, I'd have to take it easy, but he had a blast on it. And I thought, huh, that's wild. And for me, fun factor is a big thing about it, and I always imagined that for most people they just wouldn't have fun on the bike because it's too gnarly or it feels really crazy. And what I came to realize is one of the big things that scares me the most about this bike isn't just the fact that it's super fast, but this bike scares me specifically when I'm out trying wheelies. And the reason is, with that real twitchy throttle, it's hard to have the throttle control to get up to balance point and hold it in that spot. And what I realized is most people aren't going to be out messing around with wheelies on this bike. And so for most people, just ripping around, having the power at your disposal but still being able to control yourself, it's okay. They're going to do just fine, and it's just going to require some added discipline and maybe holding back and really getting comfortable on the motorcycle. So I think I was wrong. I think my message was maybe a little bit biased, or perhaps very biased, in the sense that I was coming very much from a point of, it's scary to do wheelies on this bike because I'm afraid I'm going to loop over, where the reality is most people just ripping around, even if they open it up from time to time, I think are going to be okay as long as you're just conservative with your riding and you take it easy and ease your way into it. The more I ride this bike, the more comfortable I get with the throttle, the more comfortable I get with the handling, the more I fall in love with it, because it is just a super overall awesome motorcycle. Great handling, great ergonomics, it's got the power, it's got the fun, it's got everything you're looking for, and it's more stable at the higher speeds than your XSR 700. And with that being said, I had a similar video saying why the Yamaha FZ-09 MT-09 XSR 700 was not a great beginner bike, not good for noobs. And it was the same thing, just a really twitchy throttle, not super stable at higher speeds. And I have to admit, I think I was kind of wrong in that regard as well. Just again, coming from a place of, it's scary to rip wheelies because you can hurt yourself. So again, like with any bike, if you're gonna buy it, respect the machine, take it easy, don't be too crazy, and if you do that, you should be okay. I hope nobody ever takes my word as a final word on anything. My thoughts are ever evolving and changing along with my experience with the ride, so it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think. Do you agree or disagree? Drop a comment below. You can hit me on Instagram at John's Motor Garage, and we'll catch you on the next one. Adios, nos vemos.